A man was shot to death in his home as he put his life on the line to save his family. And now his relatives, who are now grieving the loss of a loved one, are calling him a hero, but they're also demanding that justice is served.
Get in a place where each one of them could be blown away just like how they do these people.
Disbelief, despair, anger, and fear were among a wealth of emotions expressed by family members who lost a relative to the hands of a gunman. A home that was once the center of family gatherings and happy memories is now shattered like broken glass as relatives are left to come to grips with a harsh reality. Loving, caring, family-oriented Andre Cartwright is gone. All that's left are bullet holes in their living room wall, broken down doors, a home destroyed, and two parents who lost their only child.
You know, you can't put a value on life, but he was a fun guy to be around. Had a tender heart, kind heart, never did anybody anything. You know, even the couple months ago, his cat got knocked down, and he felt that. He was crying. That's the kind of heart that he had. He wouldn't have done anybody any harm, and this is really going to be tough, extremely tough, you know, because he's going to be missed. There's going to be a void within the family.
I wish that this lousy government that we have now in power would hang these murderers. I would wish for that to happen. Because when it hit home to them, they will know how it feels.
This was a place where we were, you know, happy and laughing, and Andre was always making us laugh. He was jokey. Oh my gosh, he didn't stop, you know. So the tragedy for me is, obviously we lost him, but this place and their experience here, they broke down those doors, and now this is, you know, something completely different.
It was sometime around 1:40 a.m. on Tuesday when three gunmen kicked in the front door to the Cartwrights' Blair Estates home. A family member said the gunmen shouted "police, police" as they entered the home. A door once stood at this very same entrance to the bedrooms, but that was kicked down as well. Andre, upon hearing the noise, pulled out his licensed shotgun and shot one of the men who had a handgun and was also firing shots. While standing face-to-face with the armed intruders to protect his elderly parents, Andre received several gunshot wounds. During the gun battle, police say one of the assailants was shot to the chest. The man fled the scene in a silver Honda Accord. When our news team arrived to the home later that morning, police officers were still gathering evidence as family members, friends, and neighbors poured in to offer support and share their grief.
You don't hear of the half of what goes on in here. You know how many times I have to drive around to make sure the car behind me isn't after me when I get out? All of us have to do this. We talk about it daily. We tell our children, no, you cannot go out and you can't come home in the night.
We really need to do something about this. We need to call on the government to do something about this very quickly. You know, are we going to sit down and watch our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren to have to go through this? I say not. We need to do something about it now.
Member of Parliament for St. Anne's, Hubert Chipman, also paid a visit to the grieving family and calls this situation a tragedy. He again echoed calls for crime to be stomped out.
When I heard the news this morning, I said, you know, where do we go from here? I just think we just have to come together as a nation and put a stop to this. You know, we cannot continue as a country and at the rate of crime in this country where we're going right now. And I've said in the House Assembly on a number of occasions that it's not so much the crime, it's the fear of crime in this country at this particular time. And people are looking over their shoulders when they're pulling in. Now, what we have here today is a home invasion. And not only that, I understand from listening to the news, there was another home invasion last night in the West. So what is happening? What are we going to do? You can't throw up your hands.
The victims' parents, Glenn and Emma Cartwright, were not at home when our news team arrived. However, family members expressed that both parents are very distraught. We were also told that 66-year-old Mrs. Cartwright reportedly said that she will not be able to sleep in her home again. As for Andre, relatives say the only way they will remember him is as a hero.
No, he always said he would protect his family. And he protected his parents to to this morning from being dead, because if he didn't have that gun to scare those guys away, everybody, we'd have had 3 dead people in here, or 4. But he died a hero, protecting his mother.
Now, police say shortly after this incident, a female driver showed up at the Princess Margaret Hospital with a male passenger suffering from gunshot injuries to the chest. He was rushed into surgery and is listed in critical condition. That woman, a resident of Rocky Pine Road, was taken into custody for questioning. Police are now on the hunt for 23-year-old Kevin Andrews of Montel Heights for questioning in reference to this matter as well. The murder count now stands at 96. Reporting for JCN News, I'm Greg Smith.